The first thing I'd say, it is always barbecue season.
Welcome to a brand new season of Borough Talks, the Borough Market podcast. I'm author and food writer Giulia Crouch, and in each episode I'll be sitting down with the traders at London's most iconic market to get to know the stories behind the stalls.
People come to a market for an experience. They come open-eyed and hungry.
As you walk through the market, you are immediately hit by its smells, sounds and sights. Freshly baked bread, towers of cheese.
It's hard as a rock, it doesn't need a fridge, and it's used to season your foods.
Cups of steaming coffee, the shucking of oysters, and hot, sizzling pans. It's a treasure trove of deliciousness. Each trader has a unique story to tell.
What would you order?
Laksa. It's a curry noodle soup from Singapore, Malaysia.
So much of the joy of food is sharing it with other people, and that's what Borough Market is all about. We'll be taking you with us as we discover the passion, expertise, and characters that make Borough Market so unique, as we share good food with the people who live and breathe it every day.
Cheers, guys.
This is Borough Talks.
So I'm joined today by two lovely traders with very different products, both very delicious. We've got Phil Crouch from the Parma ham and mozzarella stand, and we've got Patrick Martinez from the tinned fish market. So Phil, let's start with you. How did you come to set up your stall?
So I've been here for 17 years.
Long time.
I've had other jobs and I was working in the arts, and I got a chance to trade here in the old days, just selling Parma ham, actually, for 2 days a week. It was market just 2 days a week. So I used to do my other job and then take Fridays off and come and sell Parma ham, which we just used to buy from a supplier in London.
Were you particularly passionate about Parma ham? Is there a reason you focused on that?
I have been asked that question, and the honest answer is no. We were raised in a home that was full of really interesting food, which at that time, the UK joined the EU in 74, I think. So there was this change, not least to do with that, which I essentially was experiencing in the family home. Which my father would bring. We'd go to France every year. He wasn't a wealthy man, but we used to go there as a family. Had French friends, so I had that heritage in me, which I'm sure in a way has informed what I do now. So we had the opportunity to come trade here. I had the opportunity, and then we've turned that into a business.
And these days you don't just have Parma ham, you have a whole range of things from Italy.
Our stand here in Borough is called very prosaically the Parma ham and mozzarella stand. But yeah, for sure, we've grown as a business, and we now sell many dozens of classic Italian deli products, mainly cured meats and cheeses, but also a few sort of store-covered essentials. My children, as you know, work with me. They're kind of keen for us to change the name, but in a way, we have a lot of people that shop with us and have shopped with us for a long time. And I feel that sort of heritage, that's a tradition of shopping is quite important here, if you've been here a long time. So I'm quite resistant to changing that name, but yeah, we don't just sell Parma ham and mozzarella, for sure.
And you have products from all over Italy, the whole country?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
What's some of your standout things?
We tried a couple of things from two particular salmificio, one of which was the Tuscan copper. It's from a butcher called Sergio Falaschi. He has a deli and butchery in the gorgeous mountaintop Tuscan village of San Miniato, and then at the bottom of the hill he's got a production facility where he makes all the classic Tuscan cured meats.
Do you have anything that's quite unusual?
So I think that we are unusual in a couple of respects. It's a little bit geeky, but we bring in whole hams on the bone and we debone them here in our wholesale facility in Borough Market. I don't think anyone else does that in the UK. I'm waiting.
Really?
I keep saying this and I want someone to say, no, we do that. But no one. So if anybody out there does that, please do drop me a line. So deboned prosciutto crudo is a thing that we're specialised, that we do and nobody else does. I think the burrata we sell, burrata is quite well known now in London. Lots of restaurants have it on the menu. It's mostly an industrial grade product. We buy from this amazing little organic dairy in Puglia called Quacetta. They just have their own herd of cows. They make the burrata for us, send it to us every week. That's a cracking product, and we only sell it here to a couple of wholesale customers. So our burrata, I think, is quite special, quite different. Yeah.
And Patrick, tell me how you came to open your business in the market.
I started it a few years ago in Liverpool. At that moment, I lost my job, and I was looking to do something with food. I wasn't sure what to do, and I ended up doing something with tinned fish. I didn't know what I was doing. I went to Porto, I spent £300, I brought them back, and then very soon I realized that there was a niche No one was doing what I was doing.
I was wondering, was there a gap in the market? Because I don't know any other businesses like yours that solely focus on tinned fish.
Absolutely. I think until we arrived, tinned fish was always part of something. It was part of a Spanish deli or a Portuguese deli. But what I wanted to do is give it their own category, really.
Yeah.
I thought there was a space for it to be next to the cheeses or next to the cured hams.
What gave you that idea? What made you think I should just focus on this?
When I started, I was living in Liverpool, and I wanted to do something related to the sea, and maybe that was the inspiration.
Have you always loved it? Is this something that you've always eaten?
No, I knew something about tinned fish, but I didn't know much. I think especially at the beginning, I started to realize that it was a wonderful product, very healthy, very convenient. I thought that you could do very easy recipes very quick, and I started to realize that there was a demand for that there could be a demand for that. And then in those last 4 years, it's been incredible. The perception on tinned fish has changed so much.
In what way?
The first interest came from food writers, probably on Instagram. Then the second wave was more like national press. And then the last one is pure social media, TikTok. And that has brought customers from very different places, very different ages as well.
Why do you think we've seen this massive boom in popularity for tinned fish? Why has it really got people so excited?
Because it's very fast, it's very convenient, it's sustainable. For example, the waste is very little and the shelf life is very long. Normally you don't need to keep it refrigerated. It's a few things that make this product really wonderful. And I think young people connect very well to it because of that. I think a few years ago maybe there was also an irony between like the old-fashioned and the food of the future. I don't know, there is a cross there. I think that's the reason it's been on TikTok. And also I think in TikTok and Instagram you can work with it very, very fast. It's very visual.
And I think it's really become like a gourmet product. Like, it's not just like an old tin of tuna that you have in the back of the cupboard that's dry and horrible. You can get some really amazing quality stuff. Tell me about like the variety of fish you can get.
What you're saying is true. People initially thought of tinned fish as a cheap supermarket product, and I think gradually they are learning more about good tinned fish. I think what I always tell customers is the process that is behind. Some of the producers we work with are very artisanal. Some of them, they buy the fish in the morning market, and then in a question of hours, prepare the fish already on the tins. So it's
Really?
very fresh with very good ingredients as well.
So they get it in the tin fairly fast.
Absolutely. And also they use methods that maybe take more time, but make a better product.
So I feel like both of you share a love of quality and finding like the best products you can find. Yes. Would you agree with that?
That's kind of what our business is based on, really. Yeah, I think I sort of say we sell products that most people know about. So people know about Parma ham. It's got high recognition on the British High Street. But most Parma ham, for example, it's 12 months old. It's not it's not great. Maybe it's pre-packaged. But I think a freshly sliced, 30-month age, brought in on the bone, deboned here, sliced by our expert slicing team. This is a totally different product. People know what the product is. It's a bit like tinned fish. People think they know what tinned fish is, but they don't. And they think they know what Parma ham is, but they don't until they've tried our Parma ham or your tinned octopus or whatever. So in a way, it's kind of an analogy there between our two businesses, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the real deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what kind of experience do you want your customers to have when they come to your stall and they visit you?
Okay. Obviously, we think about this very hard, and we want our customers to get a really good experience. So that means that the staff that we employ, they need to know about the products and also able to explain what it is they're selling. Because if you're going to persuade people to spend not inconsiderable amounts of money on a product which they can buy cheaper elsewhere, you've got to be able to explain why it's better. And there's all sorts of reasons why that is.
And yours is a family business?
It has turned into a family business, really, yes. My 3 children work for me.
That must be so nice.
Well, okay, this is being filmed. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's a lovely, lovely experience. Every time I meet somebody who works in a family business, and we kind of share furtive glances because we understand the extraordinary
the dynamic that happens.
I mean, obviously, I don't know if anybody here works with parents or children. It's different. It's different, but it's kind of great.
Patrick, what's your view on that? How do you find being in the market?
I think the market is really a great place to meet people, just talking to customers. If you listen, the feedback they give you is incredible. You mentioned before the experience, and I think for us it's very important to have good knowledge of what we're selling. A lot of customers are asking us for recipes. Some others want to know what is the story behind the producers, why the product is sustainable, and especially the big question is what is different from this tin fish to the tin fish that you buy in a supermarket. So we need to have the information ready for them.
Phil, what have you brought for us to try? This looks amazing.
Okay, so I brought a prosciutto, a coppa, and then the bufala. The prosciutto is Cinta Senese, which is a Tuscan rare breed prosciutto made south of Florence by a butcher that we work with very closely, actually, called Sergio Falaschi. The coppa is made in Zibello, on the Po, in Emilia. And then the bufalo is classic buffalo mozzarella, 100% buffalo milk, made down near Battipaglia, Gropoli, hand-shaped, just buffalo milk, with a little drizzle of olive oil from Abruzzo.
I'm so excited about this mozzarella because I am obsessed with buffalo mozzarella.
Okay.
So my nonna is from the region where they make it. And I think it's very, very hard to find good mozzarella in the UK.
We bring in buffalo every week, and it comes in on a Friday morning. So it's now Wednesday. So this buffalo, it's perfectly fine. It's within date, but it's got a little bit softer.
Yeah.
And when it comes in on Friday, it's got a lovely springy texture, which does gradually go. So we're happy to present it today, but it's not quite there when it comes to
Well,
freshness.
it changes in nature, doesn't it? But it is still nice later on. But I know what you mean.
24 hours old is one quality. Then about 3 or 4 days, which is what we usually have to present. And then sort of 2 weeks is a different. It's like 3 different stages. I've heard them describe it as such. I don't know.
And are they good for different uses, would you say?
Yeah. I think perhaps more cooking as it gets older, I would say. Yeah, but I mean classically, just as it is,
Should we try some?
Shall we do that?
I don't want to wait.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
You're going to go for it, okay.
Yeah. Do you guys want to try some as well?
I wouldn't mind, actually.
Did Patrick before?
So what do you look for in
Okay.
a mozzarella then? Tell me. Because mozzarella in the supermarket is a completely different product.
Well, okay, so certainly in the past, it's been true to say that there's more mozzarella made in the UK than in Italy, but the vast majority of that is cow's milk mozzarella. So that's a very different product. So, I mean, there is some buffalo made in the UK, not a lot, and in fact, a couple of the big producers have recently stopped making it, actually. I don't know why. I guess there's all sorts of pressures. Buffalo milk is much richer than cow's milk. A combination of that and the way that it's made means that you get this kind of, it's almost like an onion, you get these kind of layers to the cheese. So a cow's milk mozzarella will look like a buffalo, it's like a round, I mean it's round because of the stretchy quality, isn't it? So when it's cut it forms a round shape. But it hasn't got those layers, that texture. So texture is key, and you get this milky, this milk which runs off as well, which is another key feature of a good buffalo.
That is absolutely
is it good?
Fantastic.
That's
It's
good.
so good.
How about you, Patrick? Is that good?
It's really amazing. It's
Oh,
very
good.
soft,
You can't say
super
not really,
creamy.
It's got a tanginess to it. That's something
I'm
I
gonna try
find
some
that you
ones.
don't really get with the ones you buy in the shop. It's tangy but milky, so it's quite refreshing.
Right, sure.
It's so good. And you wouldn't think that was a few days old. It feels pretty fresh.
I like the saltiness in it as well. It's quite salty.
It is. It's
But a lot of
like
buffalo
packed
is
with
less
flavour.
salty, yeah.
Sometimes you get mozzarella and it can be a bit bland.
That's very good.
That is fantastic. That's lovely. Should we try the other stuff?
So coppa is a cured mussel, like ham, but not a ham. You'll find coppa all over Italy, different configurations, different flavours. I think it's a lovely product. I'm going to try it.
It's delicious. Yeah, I love the fattiness.
Yeah.
I really like it. It's kind of
Thumbs up.
It's got a silkiness to
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah.
the fat just adds like a kind of brilliant texture. And how about the last one?
So the last one is a prosciutto crudo, so like a cured ham. I suppose we all know Parma hams, by far the best known Italian cured hams, Parma ham. But there are obviously lots of other sorts of prosciutto crudos in Italy. I think we sell about 7 different sorts at the moment. The Cinta is a product from Tuscany. It's made in a little village near Florence called San Miniato, and it's a free-range animal, so it means it's quite fatty. The fat does rather frighten some customers, but we think that's the best bit. So
Oh no, it's really good.
I hope
It's got a
nice.
lot of like depth of flavour and
Yeah, it's really kind of
a sweetness
punchy
to it,
and-
but
yeah.
also the saltiness and again quite creamy. Patrick, you've brought us some amazing looking food to try. I'm so excited about this. Describe to us what you've brought.
So I brought two things today. One is the mussels, Galician mussels, and the other one is octopus. What I've done with them, the octopus, I was thinking in summer, and then I was thinking in easy and quick. So what I made is a salad with chopped tomato, chopped onion, big squeeze of lime, and then some sliced almonds and some mint leaves. And then the octopus is an octopus in olive oil and nothing else. So that's the salad, very refreshing and really beautiful. The other thing I have today is tortilla chips with some cream cheese and some Galician mussels on top, which is a great combination. So you have all the crunch of the tortilla chip, the mussels are very crumbly and delicious. I love mussels and you can have them in so many ways.
I think this is such an inspired idea for a party or something, like just having this little morsel that you can just pick up and buy. And we were just saying a tortilla chip is such a good vehicle for this.
It is, and the best thing, it goes very well with anything fish. I especially like it with mackerel, with sardines, with anchovies sometimes.
It shows the versatility of tinned fish, that you can just very easily whip up so many different kinds of dishes, making it so quick as well.
Absolutely. Tinned fish is very convenient, it's very quick. For me, you can have it as it is. It can be the final dish, or you can put it in a dish in a very quick way. I think that's one of the reasons you have it so much in TikTok now, because very easily you make something. It's very visual as well, and it's very delicious and it's very healthy. That's a super important thing here. Lots of good oils like omega-3.
People don't normally think to pair cheese and fish. Seems as a bit of a faux pas, isn't it? But that works amazingly well.
I think it works very well. You know, like in your pizza you have the mozzarella and the anchovies, so I think it matches very well. I do also cream cheese with sardines, and it's really delicious. These mussels are one of the best mussels that we have.
Really?
From Galicia.
Very from Galicia, very plummy, lots of flavor. They are not rubbery at all.
Oh, amazing.
You know.
And neither is this octopus. This is so refreshing and just cooked perfectly. Sometimes octopus can be really chewy and rubbery.
Yeah.
So the octopus come like this straight from the tin. This is how you just put it on the plate with these other ingredients. It's already like this.
Pretty much. So when I open the tin, it's just slices of octopus in olive oil, nothing else. You can actually have it just like that. That will be a really good tapa already. And I think this is one of my favorite ways to have octopus. In summer, I think it's really refreshing. You can also have octopus and potato. Octopus goes very well in a potato salad. In winter, you can have fried slices of potato with octopus and some paprika. That's what we sometimes do in Spain.
I feel like it makes fish and seafood so accessible because you're not there having to like perfectly cook octopus. It's done for you and you can just plate it up and enjoy it how you want. And the texture is just so lovely.
Absolutely. If you see, both dishes didn't need any cooking.
Exactly.
It's done. You can, you saw me that I brought the ingredients in a bag.
Is the octopus very popular? Do people buy it often?
Octopus is very popular, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. Is obviously in our stall we have different ranges. Our entry products, if you want, are sardines, mackerel, tuna, and then our top of the range are the octopus, the sea urchins, clams. We have a few very unusual ones there as well.
So now summer's here, people are thinking about entertaining in the garden, doing some lovely food. I think both of your stalls are amazing places to buy products that makes it very, very easy to have your friends around and feed them some delicious things. If you guys really want to impress your friends, what do you recommend? What should people buy?
For me, tinned fish is is perfect for summer because it's quick and it's very delicious. It goes well in many different types of salads. For example, a green salad, the salad that we made today with some onion or mint leaves, also a potato salad. So that's something that you can do. In terms of fish, the same thing, sardines, anchovies, mussels, very easy to eat, very easy to take to a picnic.
So we sell a product called stracciatella,
Oh, yeah.
which is the inside of the burrata. You know this product? It's unstretched curd and cream, which goes into the burrata. But this is that product in a separate pot, and that's quite. You kind of see it on menus now, and so I would probably start with that, and then maybe. I mean, again, just keep it simple. All of our products super simple, so I would maybe pair that with something from the cured meat side, something that we've talked about already here today, probably. And you can't really lose, really, I don't think, with either of our products. Perfect antipasti, nice and simple, glorious, yeah.
And I'd just quickly like to know about kind of like the camaraderie of the market and between the traders. So you guys,
Cutthroat.
tell me about your guys' relationship, how you know each other.
Phil, when we started, was very helpful with us. We were building our stall with a wooden counter, and we were facing issues of many kind of issues with the carpenter that was building, and really we needed to have some advice, and he did a lot of things for us at that moment.
I guess the
There you
nice
go.
thing is,
That's what needs to be said. I'm great.
the people who've been here for a long time have built up a lot of knowledge and then can share it with the people who've been here for less
What
time.
I would say about that is that it's obviously there's 140 businesses here, and some of them are massive corporations that are opening abroad, New York, whatever. Some of them are tiny little businesses. Some of them have been here for 20 years, 25 years. Some of them have been here for a year. So there's quite a big difference. What I think is important is that there is that the traders do talk to each other, which they do to a greater or lesser degree. Because actually, I was saying this to one of my colleagues today, that I feel being here. One of the things I can do is I always know who to phone, whether it's a guy who wants to fix the fridge or the whatever. And so with my children working for me, I always make a point of saying to them that they need to reach out to their fellow traders, because there's a fabulous resource of experience, creativity, practical knowledge, technical knowledge. And so being hard-nosed about it, that community, it makes it easy to do business here. If you come in without that attitude, it's not a good thing. Yeah.
So finally, guys, I would like from both of you your top foodie tip that you've got right now. So this can just be something that you've been cooking, or a product that you've been buying from the market, or something you're loving right now. Could be a restaurant, anything you want, anything that you're doing right now.
I'm going to say fresh Tuscan sausages.
Oh yeah.
We've not had them because of the problems that we've had at the border for a long time. We're now getting them every other week. Customers love them. We love them. My children cook with them all the time. They're amazing. Fresh Tuscan. Yeah.
Do you put them in pasta? What do you do with
Pasta,
them?
pizza. You can break them up.
Yeah, like where they crumble them, and you can do
absolutely,
with broccoli and stuff.
They're so different. I don't really know why they're so different. Because I love a British sausage, a good British sausage, but they are completely different. And they are, for me, they're really Italian and really special. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
That's a good tip. Yeah, I'm going to remember that one. Patrick, tell me yours.
So if you're making a snack for your friends, for entertaining, something I really, really like and something everyone is going to like are anchovies on a piece of toast with butter. Personally, what I like to do is I toast the bread, I let it cool, so then when you put the butter is still solid,
Yes.
and then you put the anchovies on top.
It's nice to get a good thick bit of butter, isn't it? It almost looks like cheese because it's so thick.
Absolutely, and the combination of the anchovy, the oil from the anchovy, and then the butter and the bread is just perfection.
I have a question. Do you use salted butter or do you use unsalted butter for this?
Personally, I use unsalted because normally the anchovies are already salted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great to know. Well, thank you so much, guys. This has been so lovely to speak to you both, and just been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Giulia.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Borough Talks. Make sure you follow the podcast so you don't miss an episode, and we can't wait to see you next time.
Cheers, guys.
Borough Talks was hosted by me, Giulia Crouch. Produced by James Deacon. Video content by Piers Hunt Dunn. Audio, editing and sound design by Chris Attaway. Special thanks to Nina and Bethan at Borough Market, Becky at Tape, and everyone who spoke to us and fed us. This has been a Tape production.
Thank you very much. Good one, yeah?